once again to Life with Amadeus. Okay, today we'll be sketching again, and we are also at a park, a lovely park. It is right on my school's campus. I go to Grand Valley State. That's where I currently reside. Just a little spot before these trails. You know what I mean? Very nice, very scenic with the different trees we have displayed upon us. I mean, you guys can see some behind us too. But let's get into it. Start this first day. Start this message first with gratitude. Gratitude for the ability to experience life, the ability to perceive reality, the ability to learn, to grow, to evolve, to change, and to love. You know what I mean? Also want to express deep gratitude. It's a heart right there. It's so cute. Deep gratitude to my ancestors and all the ones who came before me to give me this opportunity. Yeah, and all my angels and spirit guides. Yeah. Alrighty. And that bird that just I know you didn't hear that because I don't like it, but the birds are really sounding nice today. They're singing really nice songs. Today, I really want to talk about conviction, which has been in my mind very heavy, and really having that conviction to be the greatest version of yourself is what I want to talk about for real. And like having the conviction to choose yourself over and over and over, even when everything around you is telling you not to choose yourself, because the nature of the reality we live in is that there are situations and experiences that you're going to have to experience. Every single one of us has experience where we felt like everything was working against us, like people were just not on our sides, and it just was completely inexplainable why things were going this way. That is the nature of our reality because we've all experienced that to some extent. The key to using that to your best advantage is first realizing that, I just made my affirmation though, but realizing that the nature of this world and what comes with that, you know what I mean? Once we're realizing that fully, experience with that knowledge, you know what I mean? Experience with the knowledge that things sometimes aren't working out for me intentionally for me to see different parts of reality, you know what I mean? And deciding to choose yourself in every situation thereon. As soon as you realize that sometimes things are going to push me away from my inner self, because it's like a part of this matrix is teaching you to always choose you, because when you decide to go against what your inner self is telling you, you're telling a part of yourself that it doesn't matter, that what you want doesn't matter right now, because we should do this or we're supposed to do that, and that is not what you are here to do. You're here to do whatever your heart wants. I've been sitting with that a lot, and that's been heavy in this last period of my life with that eclipse portal that we just passed through, and how karmic that was for my relationships, for me, just all the realizations and like connections that I made about how I had been experiencing love and how I'd been experiencing familial, romantical, and simply friendship connections. You know what I mean? How just so much information came in, because during that time I just chose myself, and I really just worked on that, because I was like, how do I feel about my life? I know I am experiencing through these emotions, and that's really what's going on. And most of what I see, my five senses are illusionary. I know that to be true, and I've seen it happen in various forms. So like, with knowing that, I know my feelings and how I feel about my life is the most important thing. So just following my heart, but I'm not saying I'm like completely abandoning my intellect and just like not processing reality and just kind of acting blindly like a dumb in love idiot or anything like that, but just like using both my intellect and my heart to make the decisions that are best for myself, but like leading with the love, you know what I mean? Like, even though I'm using my intellect, I'm not going into that masculine just aggression and not viewing my feminine side at all, because like a big part of being able to love yourself is being able to recognize the harmony that is you. Like, you are pure, you are soul. So with that, you are masculine and you are feminine. You might be currently incarnated as a separate piece. You know what I mean? I'm currently in the masculine form, and I will honor that I'm a masculine and I'm a man, and I will live as a man that I see myself to be, but I still recognize the feminine parts of me. You know what I mean? I did come out of a woman. Most of my things came from women, especially in my experience through life. And so I will recognize that while still maintaining my manhood in that same way, my masculinity, but not in a way that's going against my femininity as well, because they are one and the same. And if you think they are separate, then you are viewing things wrong. They just represent two different parts of the same thing. You know what I mean? We truly are one. Everything that resides in them resides in us. We just reflect it in different forms. That is a part of the matrix we live in. Things were set up this way intentionally. You already know that. Read into it. Look into it. Look within, into how you experience with it. What it's showing you. What is the matrix showing you? What is it teaching you about you? Because it's a reflection of you. Whatever you are putting up, whatever front you're putting up, whatever act you're putting up into the world is what you're receiving back. It's a feedback loop. It keeps coming back. What are you receiving? And how are you reacting to what are you receiving? What do you, and once you say, you see that? I don't want to change it. Because you can change it. You can change it however you want to. It's that belief in choosing yourself, having that conviction to choose yourself. Convince yourself that you are exactly what you are, exactly what you want to be. Convince yourself, because it's true. If you decided to be, anything can be true for you if that's what you want. You just have to make that decision. You have to act upon it with your whole heart. We, as humans, have a beautiful power of creation. We can create life. We create our own lives. We create in so many different forms. We just have to choose how we're creating to actually take power, take our power back, take control of our power. Yes, take control of our power. Because when you're living by what you were taught, by what you were programmed and believing, this is what you really know, and you really know something, and this is your life. But you know you're fighting an inner battle constantly, but you're not recognizing it for whatever reason. Recognize that you're fighting an inner battle sometimes in your life, and sometimes you do not choose yourself. That's okay that you did that in the past. We all needed to do that. We all needed to go against ourselves so we could see how it felt. We could see how it felt to be in a battle with ourselves, so we could also know how it felt to win. If you don't know the depths of hell, then heaven doesn't even have the same joy. You know what I mean? If you've only known heaven, if you've only known great, if you've only known lovely ease, then you can't appreciate it the same. And then if you've also experienced hatred, if you've all experienced sadness, that is why we experience in the way we do. The parable of the prodigal son. If you don't know what that is, I'm just advising you to look into it. I've talked about it in another video, but it keeps coming up in my life, and in the book I'm reading right now, it keeps coming up, and just like it comes into my mind because of what it represents. And like, I'm not even a religious person at all. I can't say it all, because I've definitely used a lot from every religion, but I do not connect with a singularity of a religion. You know what I mean? Because I see this to be a multiple dimensional world. You know what I mean? So with that being said, like, there are so many different possibilities it could be, and I would not put myself in a box, because I have the desire to be limitless. I have the goal to be like something omnipotent. You know what I mean? Omnipresent in my awareness, constantly getting to that super consciousness. You know what I mean? Rising up to those levels of experiencing. I do believe we all have those capabilities. And I believe it starts with that conviction to choose yourself. To choose yourself over anything else. Like, no matter what life brings into your realm, into your five senses, not letting that control how you want to react. You know what I mean? Every day as a human, we are faced with like so many different conundrums, so many different like issues, so many different battles we have to battle through, and it often just leads us to not picking us and just thinking that we have to please others or please the rest of the world for us to continue living, for us to continue like having the life that we desire, to whatever extent that is. But that's just not what it is. It's not. That's the illusionary pieces of this system, and it's designed to make you see that, to make you believe that, to make you connect with that idea of the world. But whatever you are seeing, you can change. You can change however you please, whatever that means for you, whatever it means for you, whatever you want the world to mean for you, it can mean if you decide it to be. You just have to put in that mental, emotional effort to choose yourself whenever it gets hard. To trust in God, trust in the God within you, that your inner compass would not lead you astray. Your mind was not meant to know how things are gonna go. So when you constantly feel the need to plan out your life and decide your life's gonna go like this and go like that and go like that, you are taking away the divine's ability to steer your life as they are trying to do. They're trying to help you become your highest potential, because we come into this form and we lose that knowingness of where we're going. We simply just experience, and that's a part why we come here, the funness of that, of not knowing. Because not knowing comes with a sense of freedom, you know? When you don't know where you're going, it's more like willy-nilly. You can be, but it also comes with that same amount of fear. That's why most of us have like convinced ourselves we need to live in this fear of not knowing what we need to know, but that's just not our job. The divine knows where we're going. As long as we in our hearts are trusting and putting love into the things we are experiencing, we shall pass on by. You know, we shall, fate will take care of us. Trust in what you can do. Have the conviction to push on, to lead on, and choose you. Choose your heart. Choose your inner child. Choose your inner self. Rise. Choose to rise. Choose to be the greatest version of you. We'll end it there.